Have you ever dreamed of telling your boss, I quit, but you never dare doing it? Let's see what you need to do first before regretting saying those two words. Dear fellow citizens of the world, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Nick. I'm a career and performance coach. And this channel is all about growing and thriving in your career. So if you're interested in that, please make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Today, we are talking about the few steps you got to take before making a career shift. So there's many reasons why for changing careers. Maybe you don't feel aligned in your job and you don't think this is the right career for you, or no matter how much you try, you don't really feel like you're successful in your career, and maybe it's time for you to make a shift. Sometimes money takes a different place. Maybe at some point you feel like money is not that important anymore, or maybe at another time in your life you feel like you need more money. Maybe you discover something new about your personality and you feel like you're ready to make a change, something that you're more attracted to one aspect of a job rather than another. Or very simply, you just feel bored and you need a new job, you need even a new career in a different field, different industry. You need a new challenge because maybe you're just too good at what you're doing right now and you feel like there's nothing much you can learn and you really want to explore something new. So let's look at the 3 steps you got to take before you can make a career shift. And the first one is actually making a personal inventory of yourself, meaning looking at yourself, understanding who you are on 3 different levels: what you like, what you can do, and what you want to do. And we're gonna work on 2 sides, on the positive aspect and negative aspect. So first, what do you like to do in your personal life or in your current job? On the other hand, what is it that you really don't like to do? So for example, you like to work with people, but you don't like to work with numbers. That will give you a foundation of what you can list as being the definition and the description of your next position. Number 2 is what you can and cannot do. So for example, you can be skilled at IT, you can be skilled in accounting, but you really cannot do medical school, for example. Either you decide that it's something you're gonna learn, or it makes you decide that you can already eliminate some careers and some jobs. Possibly what kind of skills you already have and what kind of skills you want to acquire. And then the third aspect of it is, what do you want to do? You might be good at something, you might like something, but do you really want to do this as your own career, as your own job? Or is it something that you want to push aside and then try to do something else? So maybe you want to work in a startup. It's some environment that you feel attracted to, but you really don't want to work in a huge corporation. Again, it has to do with like and what you dislike, but it's really stronger because this is really the intent of what you're going to use to get to the next level. And these 3 aspects, of course, have to do with your why. And as always, we always question why we do things. And in this case, do you want a professional advancement? Do you want a novelty? Do you want more money? Do you want more fulfillment? What is the reason why you want to make that shift? So for example, for me, I became a trainer and a coach because when I was working in a company, I had a lot of my coworkers come to me and ask me for advice, ask me for training regarding the interpersonal skills and also taking job interviews. And this is how I started enjoying the process. This is how I started training myself more, and eventually it turned into a full-time career. So after listing everything that you have to know about yourself, and again, this can change and this actually should change. You're not really the same person as you were 3 to 4, 5 years ago. So once you do that, the second step is to actually acquire knowledge about the professional world, meaning any type of information that you can find about new careers, about new fields, about new industry. It's really about reading. At first, more on a general level because you just want to be out there again. So if you've been working for some time, you've been in the same company, in the same position, maybe you've lost touch with the reality of the job market, of the industry. And the more you're going to read, the more information you're going to acquire and the more details going to catch your attention. And those details are going to catch your attention because you will feel there's a connection somewhere. Once you get to that connection, you will be able to drill down a bit more, maybe into a specific industry. Maybe cryptocurrency is really hot right now, so maybe there's something to do for you in this industry. So once you get the general idea, you can drill down and find more details about what you want to do. And then the third step that you have to take if you really want to get closer to a career change is once you get all this information about a new job that you're interested in this new industry, you should go out there and contact people who are already doing this. So go on the social media platform that you usually use and contact people who are already doing this job that you're actually imagining for yourself. For example, I usually use LinkedIn because I feel it's very convenient to refine the search and get exactly the type of job that you want to see. And then you get people who are already doing it. So you can contact them, ask them information, ask them how they ended up in that position in the first place, ask them what their job looks like on a day-to-day basis, because you want to try to visualize and make it as real as possible right away. You don't want to change careers and then be disappointed because whatever you imagine in the first place doesn't match reality at all. And once you get those testimonials, you really want to see if this is something for you. Is it really the career you're trying to explore, or is it really more of a phase or a trend? So for example, if you want to work in crypto, is it because you're genuinely interested in it, or is it because it's trendy and you think there's money to be made? Again, go back to your why and understand why you want to change careers. So visualize and see in the long run how you project yourself. Not only getting a job right away, but 5-6 years down the road, do you still see yourself doing it? Okay, so what are the 3 takeaways from today's video? Number 1, it's time to question yourself and reflect on who you are, not only as a person, but also as a professional. What is it that you like, can, and want to do? Once you answer those questions, you get so much more clarity of where you can go. Number 2, you need to gather information and stay up to date with what's going on in the professional world. So maybe you're out of touch because you haven't read anything about your industry or different industries in the world. You want to catch up with that. You want to narrow down with what you're really interested in and what you possibly could do as your next career. And number 3, you got to build your virtual future in that position, in that new career, by contacting people, by visualizing how it could evolve for you and how much you could accomplish in this new chapter of your life. So where are you in your career right now? Are you looking for a new job? Are you trying to change careers? Have you done some research? Have you been reflecting on what you want and what you don't want? If not, then follow the 3 steps we've been talking about today and let me know how it goes. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you again on our next video.